were seen with one or two species of coral. I think it was Paragorgia or Paramaricia. So if you have those numbers on hand or it can offer something, please do on the phone or in the event log.
Pilots, you're going to be nearly through with that swing here in a second. You should only have about one and a half more minutes.
Copy that.
Copy that, Nav. Thank you.
Ship is not moving currently.
Well, we're pushing for the summit.
They were right, though. The number of Paramaricia seems to be increasing.
Yeah, and
That's a
I
good
see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them at least in view. I'm not getting my hopes up, but this is better. Is that the no rock? Sorry.
There's a little white reflective just on the bottom. We just passed over it. If we could just take a quick zoom on that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Might have been just a rock. Yeah, that's it.
We're both starting to see
Do
rock,
zoom or
rock
Yeah,
pictures.
might as well just quick zoom to make sure it's a rock.
Quick zoom.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a base. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah, that's plenty. Thank you.
Copy that. All right, video, come on.
So Tim Schenk, I'll just read his comment responding to Scott's question, and he posted this in our chat room about the number of, or the association between the astroschematid brittle stars on these yellow plexaurids or paramuracids. And he said that he's seen these brittle stars, a single individual, on over 87% of the paramuracids in the New England seamounts. And it's even more than that percentage in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yeah, when you think swing's
so
done.
thank you very much for that, Tim. And he also
stop at another movement.
basically just commented that it's absolutely amazing the efficiency of these animals
015?
to be on what we believe is a single species of Paramuracea. It's the same
Seems
species.
fine.
So pretty cool. These associations,
bit
these
off
very
the
tight
slope.
associations between one
Bridge, RV
species
nav.
and another
Video
species in
quick
a totally different
bridge, go
phylum
ahead.
are,
We were ready for
are one
another
of the
ship move.
amazing
All right.
things that we
30
see in the
meters,
deep sea.
015,
Oh, a little
0
Cuic
decimal
now.
2 knots.
Nice. Oh, what's this brown thing down here?
Range 30 meters, bearing 015, speed 0.2.
Very copy.
Yeah, and
Coming up.
Succo, we did collect one
Brown
of those
thing.
yellow plexaurids
that's
with the
above the
ophiuroid
right there.
in a previous dive.
What is that?
And- Oh, okay.
All right, video, come on in.
Oh, it's one of these crabs with the
Oh,
anemones.
well, that's a first for today.
So it is a
Yeah, homolid.
homolid carrying the
Yeah.
sea anemone. This could be Lamoha longirostrus. I default to that, and fortunately, Mary had to jump off the line.
We're good. Thank you.
Copy that. All right, video, come on.
If we could just get just a quick one of it in the
Chris,
frame,
to
I'd
follow
like to
up on
stay.
this discussion about the
ROV
interest
nav,
of,
move
That's it.
initiated.
or how
Copy
interesting
that.
it is that
Moving.
one species
Let's take a quick look at that
Snail
snail
there,
also.
may be associated
Just
with
to the
right?
Oh,
okay.
species.
Ah, thank you.
It makes me think of things like gall wasps and other insects, moths, and
Alright,
some butterflies
video.
that are very
Come on,
specific to one
come on,
species of
snail.
tree or very specific to one species of plant. And it suggests that they have co-evolved over time. And there's a lot to be learned about those relationships with these taxa in the deep sea.
Some kind of whelk. Interesting.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. And before we leave here, there's a Chrysogorgia below the snail that I think is different. We could get a quick zoom.
Yeah, copy that.
Thank you. We're good.
You can
Just
unsail.
slide
Great.
down, and I think you'll see the polyps. Just pan down from here. Right there. I thought it was Chrysogorgia, and maybe it's a bamboo. No, it is a bamboo. I was mistaken.
I thought it was a bamboo, Chris.
I just got a quick glance when we were zooming in on the snail. I didn't see it. So is this something we've already seen, Scott, and we can move on, or is this a little different?
This looks a little different to me, but I'm just trying to get a little bit of a close look. You can see it's got a pretty fragile-looking skeleton, despite the fact that it already has many branches. So that's telling us right away that even from a very small size, it is branching. So that's not going to be that sparse branching coral, for example, which doesn't appear to branch until it's much, much larger. This is probably some kind of keratoisis in the D2 clade, I think. We see a lot of these things that grow as brambles or these very fragile, delicate things, and they're hard to work out without being able to see the sclerites directly. So let's just put it at unknown keratoisis.
Okay, thank you, Scott. I think we're good. Pilot?
All right, video whenever you're happy.
Video's happy, pulling out.
Great. Let's set up with the co-pilot.
Well,
Another rock pen.
another rock pen, thank you.
Something brown on the rock on the left.
On the left. Alright, video. Let's do a quick zoom. Science, any interest?
We've got one in our box, actually.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Excellent.
Thank you.
Alright, video come on.
Yeah, but thank you anyway for snap zoom to confirm it. What's that? Oh, it's a polychelid, I think. That pink thing behind the rock, the upper left.
Oh.
Big old lobster thing.
Yeah. Okay, well that's different. We saw one yesterday, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. It's not doing a lot.
Well, sometimes you catch them swimming. We have documented that.
Ah, that's right.
Alright, oh.
Oh,
There it goes.
oh, there we go.
There you go. Look at that.
Yeah, video. Sorry, he's.
Wow.
Whoa.
Look, good book. Huh.
Alright. Yeah, he's gone. Sorry about the video.
Oh, but still, that
Not your
was very
fault, pilot.
cool to see that. That wasn't the same way he was swimming. We saw a juvenile or
No.
a very young one, clear one, that was swimming a little
Thinking
differently.
that was going to be anything. The other one
Yeah.
we encountered just sat there for the entire time we looked at it.
ROV nav, move complete.
Copy.
Yeah, it's interesting that that's one of the most active escape responses that we see down here. A lot of the animals that we approach will try to move away, but they won't move that quickly and energetically.
Yeah, thank you, Bruce. I think you've seen enough of these things too. That was impressive. Okay, I'm just going to go to Homerian spot here. I think it could be in the genus Homerium, but we didn't get a very good look at it. It was definitely a polychelid lobster. Those are considered the living fossils of the lobster world.
Huh. Well, there's lots of It's a good day for those things. Then stocked crinoids nearby. Very interesting.
Yeah, it's sort of living fossil pinnacle. That's what we could call this place. Jurassic Pinnacle? No.
I don't know.
No, maybe not.
Especially if it's a Cretaceous pinnacle.
Excuse me, pilot, to the upper left, this yellow sponge. These are pretty cool because the sponge is actually alive, but all the spicules around it are dead. And if you look down in the hole, you'll see the live part of the sponge. So, and I guessed wrong in our guide photos, and then I got corrected by Konstantin Tabachnik at the Shirshov Institute in Moscow. I sent him the pictures before we posted it, and I always like to guess what I think it is, and I guessed wrong. And he gave me a better ID for it.
Video, come on
That's
in.
one way to learn.
Yes, it is. So this is Acanthascus and the family Roselidae. And if you look inside the hole, it's all white, the living sponge, but it's got all of these dead skeletal parts covering its surface like it's a shell or a protective barrier.
Rotating.
Certainly provides a little home for all sorts of little critters.
Yeah. Yeah, so Nicola Rodriguez next to me asked, would it feed the same way? Because it looks kind of dense, and yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. The things come in through the side, and they're small enough to make it through all of that mesh, and they go through the walls, and then the cells filter it out inside the actual body of the sponge. And then this big central osculum then collects everything, all of whatever, the cleaned water, and shoots it out that top. And speculation is that these holes on top allow the sponge to take advantage of a Venturi effect, where the water passing over the top of it draws water out of the osculum, thus drawing it through the walls at a more effective rate. Again, beautiful design, beautiful natural design. Great, thank you, pilot. That was a nice find here on the top.
Video whenever you're happy.
Video's happy, zooming out.
Good. Move along, push up.
Yep, copy that.
Right.
Let's look at the sea star on the right.
Oh, yeah, I see that.
Slightly different one
There you are.
than the ones we've been seeing. Today, anyway.
Is this a brownie star? No, wait, what is it? It's a
cookie
star. That's what it is.
And now I'm thinking about that chocolate chip cookie I've sequestered away in my office.
In your office. Huh?
In my stateroom.
Video, come on in.
Yeah, I saw it when I was in there a little bit.
It better still be there.
No,
That's all I can say.
I got my starburst now, so I'm good.
Okay, so this looks like it is plinth aster, or... Yeah, this is plinth aster. I'm not sure which species it is. I need to actually sort of examine it. But it has all the... One of the great things about the video is how closely you can look at the details. And one of the things that's missing here are the granules that are actually on the surface. The surface here is essentially smooth. You can even see the granules that are widely separated on each marginal plate. And this I'd have to double check a couple of things, but this is definitely sort of one of the more commonly encountered cookie stars for this area. I'm not going to stop short in saying Ceramoidea, but because there's a couple of other undescribed species as well, and I'm still negotiating over them. So that's great. I'd love. How big is it, by the way?
Yeah, video. When you're ready to come out, we'll get lasers.
About 5 centimeters.
5 centimeters. Yeah. The other cool thing about this is that one of the things you can't see is some of the. Oh yes, very good.
Video's happy?
There are actually glassy nodules on the plates.
Okay,
that we've looked at.
Stop.
We've looked at them, and
Okay.
they might be lenses. They might somehow be micro lenses. So we're not sure quite what those are for.
I'll tell you, that imagery is so great. That's going to make it in the gallery when we get to this year's stills. That is the Okeanos online guide, because that was
It's
beautiful.
sad. Look at that.
Oh,
So
they're very
fauna for it.
photogenic animals, to be sure.
Yeah.
The name
Sure,
itself
yeah.
means, like plinth, aster
that
means
way.
star, and plinth refers to plinthos, or stone, so, or sort of a walking stone. So it refers to the sort of very organized appearance of the plate, the fact that they're just polygonal and they're all sort of stacked. The calcium carbonate structure has a really great structure to it.
Have we seen this purple coral?
Science. Have we seen purple coral?
Yeah, we can pass. That's Victorgorgia. Thank
Copy.
you. And we got a Metallo, which we already imaged
And
too.
the
Metallogorgia.
Chrysogorgia with, on the left, about to leave the
I'm
screen.
seeing if we can see anything new as we make the push for the summit.
Watch, is anything in screen?
Well, maybe the Metallogorgia, because I think Tim's on
I think he
the
means
line.
the left one,
Oh.
the sort of bushy.
Oh,
left
sorry,
one.
the bushy, yeah, right where the lasers are right now.
I got the idea wrong.
Seen a number of these today already. It's got kind of a weird shape to the top of it.
You still want zoom on this, right? Science?
Yeah, sure, if we're waiting for the ship, that would be fine.
We can do a
Oh.
quick zoom.
We're actually not waiting for the ship. We need to move as soon as they're ready. If
Copy.
they want to
Is
make
that a
the
cephalopod
I
egg?
can talk
We're
to
just
them.
gonna- yeah,
I
we're
don't
gonna-
know.
Aren't those what those
Yeah,
are?
let them
Those
know.
two things?
We need to keep moving rather than.
Oh,
Yeah,
they
we're just
look
getting
like
quick zoom.
something,
This one's
like
on
some kind of egg.
What's that?
me. I asked for the zoom.
Yeah, I'll talk to them.
No.
I don't know. Do we have anyone on
Okay.
who they kind of look like it?
What?
Sorry, video.
Hey. Yeah, thank you, pilot.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, copy that. Alright, co-pilot, I'm gonna push forward.
We're making a push for the summit now. You got a number of fans. It does seem like the density is slowly creeping
So we
up
haven't
as
been
we get
going
closer
quite
to the
fast
top.
enough. If we can get up just slightly, we'll make it.
We have about an hour left in the dive.
Alright, you can put that move in.
Copy.
You can see that Ken Sulek has joined us along with Kevin Kokot.
Bridge, RV
and
nav.
Mike Ford has come on the line now, so it's typical with every dive. We have a few people who
Bridge
jump off and do the
We're
early
gonna
part,
put in the
or
same
jump
ship
on
move,
and do
if you
the
don't
early
mind.
part and jump off, and then we
330
get other
meters
people who
at
come
015
on towards the
0.2
latter part of
knots.
the dive. So it's good to see all of you who
Range 30 meters, bearing
There's a white
015, speed
spot
0.
on the dark side of that
Good
rock on
copy.
the right
Coming up.
side, on the far right side.
Copy that. I'll make my way there.
That is vaguely star-shaped, and it's got my star sense tingling.
Yeah, is my coral stump sense tingling.
It's a starfish. I'm positive.
And
Yeah?
yeah, I think you won. Okay, your tingle was stronger than mine, I gather.
It's like Spider-Man's Spidey sense. I can sense them.
ROV nav.
One thing if
move
I'm
initiated.
just looking at us, I want to
Alright,
see if it's a
video
stock.
from here.
But if the sense is tingling, then that's what it is. And it's another
brownie star. No, cookie star. That's it.
Yeah, this one I think is the same one we saw earlier, another plinth aster. A little deep for plinth aster. That's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
That gives me more sense to, or more notions to think this might be a separate species than the other one.
Yeah, rats.
me. Chasing
happy
after
with that
another
size?
small cookie star, that would really.
That would kill the final approach to the summit, that's for sure.
No, I'm not going to do that. We might actually have some of those at the Bishop Museum. So
We want to see this giant bramble of corals that it's covering the dome of the summit. That's what we're going to see up top there. I'm positive. Yeah.
Sure.
There's a little
that's possible.
little sponge down above the lasers. Oh no, just a snap zoom would suffice.
Yeah, video snap zoom.
Oh. Okay. All right. This is Saccocalyx. It's something different. And for a moment there, I thought it was something, but we haven't seen that before, so that's a new one.
More of that science? Or are you good?
I think that'll do it. I got all excited thinking it was
let me
something
just
on
get it
my
quickly again.
Sorry,
list.
video. I
Yep.
thought you came out.
Yeah, we
You
can
done
go ahead
came
and
out.
take a close look if we got a chance here. So this is another glass sponge. It's in the family Euplectellidae again. In this case, it's a stock Euplectellid in the genus Saccocalyx. They are typified by having these protrusions along the outside of the wall, the body wall. You see this sort of lumpy appearance, and then a big osculum on top. And water comes in the sides. I assume that those lumps are a way that it can increase surface area for more effective filtering. Collects into the center there and comes out that hole. And you can't see the stalk, but it's stalked.
That's good for
Custom.
science. Thank you.
Copy
And
that.
beautiful. Great. Thank you.
Come out wide.
Oh, okay.
Let's tether look, co-pilot.
Tether's looking okay. Yep.
Nice.
What is that sort of yellowish thing in the center? Not the
Let's see, it
coral,
looks
but the
like
one
it
that is
wants
right
to
to the
make a
upper
loop.
left of the laser, on the left side. That thing.
Yeah, that's
Better
my
come
stump
on.
sense tingling. I got you this time.
Okay, I didn't say it was anything
You won
more
the
than-
last one. It's 1-1 now.
Video
That's
from wide.
fine.
That's what it is.
I'd much rather have a star sense than a stump sense anyway.
Touche.
Stump sense, jeez.
That went quick.
I think.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I think.
Just
I
the
think I was just
Metallogorgia,
trying to
yeah.
count yeah, that's fine.
Any
Oh, yeah,
interest in
good.
science?
No, I think we can pass by. Thank you.
Copy.
Pilot, is that a crinoid, that brown thing over to the upper left?
Copy that. Make
I'm
it there.
sure we've seen this one. Yeah, the little feather star. Right there.
Alright, video, come on in.
Yeah, the first time we've seen this. This is Stalmacocrinus, if I'm not mistaken.
This is such a weird one. I always like seeing it.
That ID actually comes from Dr. Charles Messing, and we sent him all of our crinoid images, and the imagery is so good that he's able to come back with some reasonable
Sorry, video.
IDs, some of them really good, and this one I think he was fairly certain of, if I'm not mistaken. See if I'm spelling this right. Well, you actually even went to, it's the same one, you actually went to Thalmatocrinus rugosus, but we'll just put it as Thalmatocrinus in the family Pentametracrinidae.
Video's happy. I might just get a specimen view.
Yeah,
So-
go for it. Go probably want to kill lasers if they show, I guess.
They're really pretty. They're almost sort of golden, translucent, the color. So they're really beautiful.
Okay, video's happy.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Get my lasers back on.
You got him.
ROV nav.
You know, it
move
senses
complete.
tingling in me
Copy.
now, Chris.
I almost don't want to know. But
I'm looking
please
at I'm looking at high pack, and my summit sense is tingling right now. We're not that far away. It's right up ahead. It's
So you're thinking it's going to be like some big sponge wonderland like the other day?
Yeah. I think I just jinxed it. But wouldn't that be something?
Sure. I'd love to see that.
Nav, when did move end?
Now.
Oh, just end. Okay. Copy.
They're red to stop.
I think it would be kind of funny though if we went up there expecting sponges and discovered it was all pro-isocrinus though.
I would actually love that. I'd love to
Yeah.
see a stock crinoid field. It'd
That's
be
true.
very Cretaceous-like or
Yeah.
Paleos.
It would be kind of funny
Mhm.
to see something so amazing at the end of the dive though.
Right.
I mean, proper denouement and all that, but still.
So, Pilot, there's a coral up ahead that we did image earlier. It's standing up kind of candelabra. It's off screen right now, but it's up above to the upper left. I think it'd be worth just one more sort of quick zoom on this one because
Yeah,
it's
copy that.
it's a cool coral. It's bamboo. And I saw an excuse by which I could give you Les Watling's initial description of this one based on a morphological examination of it. What does it have in the middle of it?
All
Things
right.
going
video,
on.
Come on in.
Just, well, maybe nothing. Oh, there's some squat lobsters. So this is, let's see, I don't know if Scott may have jumped off to make his dinner, which he usually does. Let's see.
I'm here, Chris.
Oh,
I
okay.
heard the candelabra was coming. I ran to the phone.
Okay, so you want to tell us about Slurp Isis?
Slurp Isis, indeed. I prefer to call it Trident Isis. The one was hollow, like a straw, like a soda straw, and the walls were relatively thin. And so he said, you could slurp liquid through this skeleton, and thus the name Slurp Isis. Now, my video's frozen at this moment, but when we were zooming in, it almost looked like there were parallel candelabras. I'm hoping the video kicks back in so I can check that out, but I'll let you speak for now because I can't see what's going on.
Yeah, maybe we could just zoom out a little bit and see what he's talking about, Pilot. I think that's why I think I got fooled a little bit, because it had a few extra branches. It'd be more toward the center, over to the right. Right, where was it? Yeah, so you see this branch point that's about just above the lasers right now. I think that's fairly unusual for
We'll be
this
coming to the end of
particular
the swing here in
coral.
the next minute. Do you want me to get another move in there?
Wait till we're done with this one.
Okay.
All right. Science, where is it again?
I think we're probably okay. It's just a branch point. I think we can go ahead and move on, but it was
Okay,
just
copy
an
that.
interesting observation. These normally don't sub-branch.
All right, video. Are you happy with that, or is there anything else?
Yep, video's happy.
Yeah, it's almost like it got twisted, and
All right, yeah, Nav.
I guess it's the internal branching that we don't usually see. So it's almost like it bifurcated and then put out two tridents and two candelabras instead of one.
But are you
I wonder
guys
what
still
went on
happy
at
with
that time in the
015?
past.
Yeah,
Sure,
that's-
it's still working.
Yeah, that's fine. If that's where you need to go.
Yeah.
FYI, the dive soup said they're going to, in about half an hour, start rigging the rinser.
Oh, that's right. Copy will go. Okay.
Okay.
Bridge, RV nav.
So he'll call up when they're going to do that.
Sounds good.
This is the bridge. Go ahead.
Hey, we're ready for another ship move. 30 meters, 015, 0.2 knots.
Range 30 meters. Bearing 015. Speed 0.2.
Good copy.
Coming up.
Some nice little pillow formations that are sort of oozing down slope. These are lava rock formations that
RV
are
nav,
covered with
move
manganese,
initiated.
but you
Copy.
can, a couple places there you can see how it sort of oozes down and drips down, sort of like a melted candle. So what's been conspicuously absent today are the members of the primnoid family. And that's kind of odd because we're not out of primnoid depth range, but I don't think we've seen a single member of that deep sea coral or octocoral group today. Is that a brittle star or sea star? What is it?
Yeah, it might be a brittle star.
Oh, there's a couple of them.
Yeah.
Oh, I see them up there.
What is this guy doing? He's doing the tumbling routine.
Yeah. Oh, they're in conjunction
Several
with
of
the
them.
corals. They might be just.
Do you want zooms at all, watch these?
Yeah, let's zoom in.
Sure.
Alright, video, come on in.
He's waving high. Look at that.
Well, yeah, that's an Ophioplanthaka. At least the one on the right is. These are the ones that jump down from corals. That's not. These are different from the ones we saw earlier this morning. Same family, but different disc pattern, and the spines in the ones we saw this morning were much longer.
So watch this. He's turning himself upright
Oh,
because
that's
he
kinda
fell
neat.
over upside down.
Oh yeah,
Cool. I was sort of wondering how long it would take him to do that.
Well, brittle stars are quite agile.
Yeah. It's pretty fast. Kind of cool, isn't it?
Alright, science, you happy with that?
Yeah, we are. Particularly with him doing that. That was kind of fun.
That's very cool, yeah.
Alright, video whenever you're ready.
All right, video's ready.
Alright, come on out.
Should you want me to bump you in on your sonar? Probably you're at 50 meters.
50.
Yeah, 50.
Yeah, go ahead and put me at
30.
yeah, at least.
What's this sort of yellow thing to the right? Not the coral colony. It's a cylinder that's on in that little crevice to the right of the lasers.
Directly to the right.
Right there, I
Down.
think is what he's talking
Down.
about.
Yeah, a little lower. Right
That's
there.
it, right there.
Right now, okay. Video, come on in.
Oh, it's a stock.
It's a dead bamboo stock, but kind of a weird place for it to start growing from.
Yeah. Huh. Weird.
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
Alright, video, come wide.
How on earth does it?
It's a little polychaete.
How on earth does it settle out in a little?
Now, we do
cave?
have a ship move underway, correct?
That's a good question.
It should be just about done, actually.
Okay.
10 seconds or so.
All right, thanks.
Oh, this is one of those squid worms.
Oh, look at him.
Swimmer.
Take off.
Yeah. So this is, I think, from what Jeff Reed told me on Twitter, this is Swimma. This is one of those little
Alright, video, we'll let him go.
worms that can.
Actually stopped. Sorry, back in real quick.
Yeah. Presumably, if we could turn the lights off, we could see it drop glowing bombs. I don't know. Interesting. Pretty. Wow, it does shimmer quite a bit.
Drop glowing bombs.
Video,
Huh?
whenever you're
Yeah,
happy, we'll let him
Swimma bomba viridis.
Yeah, we'll let
I
him
know
go.
you've
Great.
mentioned that
Come on.
before. Just
Is that a...
and I didn't mean to chafe at the suggestion.
Oh, no, that's fine.
Did you get that? You didn't even get that, did you?
But... Oh. Sometimes I just totally space.
Thank you. Nicola appreciated it at least.
And that's why Nicola is a treasure.
Bruce is saying these polychaetes look pre-Cambrian to me. Yeah, they're pretty strange. Those huge scale worms that we've seen from time to time are really something else.
Yeah, I would like to see one of those again.
I would too. Maybe we'll get one tomorrow.
Maybe even taking down a fish, if that's what they do.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if they could do that. I
Yeah.
bet they could. Look like serious worms. Pilot, this colony looks different to me that's coming up ahead.
On left?
Yeah, the very lightly yellowed one, not the strongly yellowed one.
Copy that.
Yeah, that's definitely different. And it's got a bunch of brittles on it, brittle stars. What are we looking at here? I don't know
It's a
what.
sponge.
Alright, video.
Is it a
come
sponge?
on in.
Looks like a sponge to me.
And is it?
It's a dead sponge.
It's a sponge, but is that the one we collected? It could be this branching hexactinellid. Wow, can we find any live part of the sponge? Is there any really wider part than?
Video, come wide slightly.
See,
Is there anything that's...
I don't think
ROV
so.
nav
I don't
bridge.
think
move
so
quickly.
either.
Copy.
It's a tritodictium is what
Is
we
it
think it
fighting
is.
pretty hard up there? I see it was going kind of a zigzag pathway.
Yeah, do you want any specific
It's
zoom on
actually
this?
fighting kind of hard just to stop. and
How about
stay on
just
position.
toward the
But,
left branches that are
most part,
sticking
everything
out,
else is lined up.
right
thrusters are
above the left
behaving,
laser?
so
Okay.
I think we're
I
okay.
don't know if we can
Great,
find
thanks.
any live tissue at all there.
Video, come on in.
It's not looking very healthy at all, is it, Chris?
Well, it's kind of dead, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's such a distinctive
Yeah.
colony for a sponge that I'm pretty certain it's the same thing we collected. And if it had commensal anemones on it or zoanthids, those are long gone.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's still a habitat for at least there was the brittle stars and I saw a snail up there earlier.
Yeah, so we have agreement. I sent some information or some pictures of this to several of the world's authorities, Dr. Henry Reiswig, Dr. Konstantin Tabachnik, and Dr. Rob Van Soest. And I think there's a reasonable agreement that it's in the family Tritodictyidae. And Dr. Henry Reiswig thought what we collected could definitely be a new species as well. So that's always music to our ears.
I think are we?
Yeah, we're fine.
We can
Thank
move
you.
on. Thank
Alright,
you.
video, if you're happy, come on out.
Video zooming out.
Very cool. Maybe we'll see a live one.
Pop out ahead there, take a look.
That would
I
be
can-
fascinating to see if it
Just
had the
another
commensal
movement.
anemones in it.
Copy that. Pushing forward.
Is that there's something red on the bottom cliff there, on the right
What?
side, all the way at the bottom
Just
of the screen.
look, going
It
out of
was moving.
screen right now.
Maybe it's a shrimp, but I just thought I'd check.
Soft screen.
Oh, that's all right. I think we moved over it.
Oh, sorry.
No, it's all right.
All right.
I should have spoken up more quickly.
Hey, watch it. This is Nav.
Roger, Nav, go ahead.
Hey, I'm just going over the times and everything here, and if you really want to make the peak, and that's the primary thing, we might need to do a few less zooms.
Yeah, let's make the peak. I think
Okay.
there'd be a lot of interest to make it.
Okay.
We're seeing a lot of repeats. So yeah, please.
Okay, then we will continue pushing.
Great, thank you. Yeah, we've definitely seen higher density in this community as we got closer to the peak. So that's kind of the interest, more of the community interest in seeing what this continues. And
All right, Nav, when did last move end? Or are we moving right now?
About 4 minutes ago.
Okay.
Yeah, you should be near the end.
Let's get one in.
Great. I can do it at 10 degrees if you'd like.
Let's say whatever the shortest route is. Not that
long-legged
5
shrimp.
degrees is going to make much
You
of a
already
difference.
got
So.
them.
Whatever you think.
Yeah, we still should go 15.
Copy.
Some of the parameers.
Yes, I saw
Close
this.
to you, right?
Seen 'em-
those,
yeah,
Bridge.
Hey, we need to put a ship move
Permission to zoom on Sirius?
30
Yeah, go
ahead.
015
It's like a
Third of the
big
dive, I would
Tina
guess.
4. Perhaps, or is it a Medusa?
That is range 30, bearing 015, speed 0.
I'm going to turn a little bit.
Good copy.
Where is it?
Coming up.
It's too dark. It's gone. Oh, there it is, still there.
It's leaving the light.
Yeah. Okay, going back on my heading.
RV nav bridge. Move is initiated.
Copy that. Hey, Copilot, that move is going to be at 015.
015, copy that, thanks.
Very clear increase in these yellow Gorgonian sea fans as we get closer to the top. There's probably about 8 of them right there in that one view. And they're just continuing on, so they're definitely increasing in density. You notice how steep it's become too right here at the end.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at the way the lava oozed out from here.
Some very
Millions
distinct channels coming down from the surface.
Yeah. Must have been an amazing sight. No one was around to see it.
There's a really large base on the left side there.
Yeah, but we're going to forego some
I
of the
know.
close-ups.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I'm just saying, at one point there was probably quite a bit more coral here, or
Yeah.
sponges or something.
Yeah, or some bigger ones than just these plexaurids, yeah.
There's another one of your sponges.
Oh, is it? Yeah, we'll pass that by
No worries.
too, yep. I would have loved to stop, but
No problem.
that's
If you're willing to forego the sponge to get to the peak,
Yeah.
then that's where we're going.
we all have to make sacrifices. Well, now I'm intrigued because the density of the corals is steadily increased, I mean, right now, look at this. You've got them covering the bottom.
Wow, that's a big Iridogorgia coming
Yeah.
up. Oh, wow.
Kind of junky looking, but yeah, look at this. You can see the corals in the background.
Certainly coming up.
Density is definitely increasing. This is good.
What's that? Is that a sponge? That was a sandbar down over there.
You
Just
got the
below
purple Victorgorgia below us. We've seen these already.
I think there's a sponge right there by that sand patch, just below it. See it?
I think might be alive.
Any interest on anything on the screen?
Under your lasers now.
Yeah, so the white below the boulder, right below the lasers right now, if you're waiting for a ship move.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's one of these sponges that's alive this time.
Video, come on in.
And you're going to tag me for a sea star image because of this, aren't you, Chris? But I'm taking advantage of a ship move, and I think I see the commensal zoanthids are an enemy. Sure enough, this one's got a 2. It's Tritodictiidae or Tritodictium. This is exactly what we collected. Really unusual sponge. And all of those little spikes you see on the branches are little commensal somethings. Anemones or zoanthids or some type of hexacoral. So, it's an amazing sponge. As you notice, it doesn't look anything like other sponges with this anastomosing branching network everywhere, but it's a glass sponge.
Looks like it's home to quite a few critters, too.
Yeah. Look at that. And I think that's a natural, it's not a parasitic relationship. I think they're both getting benefit out of this because the sponge looks very healthy.
Yeah, I believe it. If anything, I'm surprised it hasn't happened more often.
Right. Thank you, pilot. We're good here.
I have video whenever you're
That was great.
Let me just get a full specimen.
Yeah. Awesome, co-pilot.
Excuse me?
Okay, video's happy.
Great.
Yeah, look at this. So you see more of the colonies of these yellow plexaurids. They're on larger boulders of the consolidated substrate, and then you just don't see very many in this boulder patch. Maybe,
yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, it may be that it's just too dynamic, and some of these slide downhill and are unstable. Probably what, about a 30-degree slope, maybe? Something like that.
Is that a snail? In the center?
Video quick zoom.
Nope, it's another stock. Okay, thank you.
Come on, video. Yeah, watch it. Did say this is like a 45-degree slope right now.
45 degree?
Yeah, at least.
I'm looking at the side, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Just gonna come right up to the top of a perfect little volcano, which is what it used to be. And we may actually see some interesting texture. We might even see a vent on the top of this thing that we couldn't pick up from the multi-beam mapping think we're working with 60-meter resolution data right now, and could be all types of interesting features on the summit.
Well, it certainly seems to be the home for some impressive Iridogorgia spirals.
Yeah, and a lot of these yellow sea fans in the family Plexauridae.
There's a
Yeah,
fish.
there's a nice Iridogorgia. That
serious
must be what you're
view.
talking about, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So pilots,
Oh, yeah.
ship's kind of fighting back and forth right here, but it's just
Fairly good
about
size
time
one,
for
too.
another move.
Looks like he's just
When
above.
did the move end?
There's
Well,
some good-sized fish
finished at
approaching.
30
I can see it in the
A
Sirius
couple
view.
minutes ago, but like I think
Which-
it's still fighting to just hold that final position, which is why they
It's
haven't
going
logged that
down.
yet.
Left of D2.
Oh, he's behind us
I
now.
see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's out there now.
Swimming away kind of rapidly, though, so I doubt that we
Yeah.
can find it.
Yeah, he was headed down slope too, Bruce.
Sorry, steady enough. Wish I'd be distracted.
Yeah, a couple minutes ago. Even if they haven't called down, it's because it's
It
fighting.
didn't look like the type of fish that we've seen previously
25
on this
minutes left.
dive, but I'm not sure what it was. It might have been one of the morads, an antamora. It had pretty good sized pectoral
Yeah, our actual
fins.
30 meters of
It didn't
progress
look like it had a
stopped,
long tail like a shark,
couple minutes ago,
and it
but
moved too
it was
quickly
fighting
for an
the whole-
Alepicephala, the
Yeah,
slickhead,
time
so
it's
I'm not
really
really sure what we were looking
Yeah, I
at
think so.
there.
Copy that.
What's the distance to the top now?
Too bad he didn't cross
Bridge,
right in front
Ravi,
of the ROV camera, but thank you, Bruce.
Bridge, go ahead.
That's Bruce
Hey, let's put in
Mundy
the same
from
ship
NOAA
move. 30
NOAA's
meters
NOAA
at 15
Regional Center.
degrees, 0.2 knots.
Range 30
It's a nice
meters.
pillow flow,
Bearing
this sort of
015. Speed
oozing
0.
down slope
Great
right
copy.
there.
Coming up.
That large toothpaste kind of lump of rock there.
Nav, what was the distance to the summit?
Right at the middle there is about 82 meters.
Oh, okay.
Copy
that.
We only have 25 minutes left,
Yeah.
so
Should
if the
make
ship
it.
moves, we can make it here,
Yeah.
maybe.
ROV nav, move initiated.
Copy.
Wow, this community is developing nicely.
It's kind
Oh,
of.
that's a nice boulder. Look at this coming
Yeah.
up.
I mean, do you see the concavity? It's sort of like we're entering into some kind of crater, maybe.
Yeah, well, we're not at the summit yet, but I mean, there could be a little side thing coming down, a little
Sure.
crater.
Yeah.
There's a white thing on the rock.
Wow, look at that.
Starfish.
Coming to that.
Starfish on the rock. I bet it's one of those other badly Ceramaster things.
Could do a snap zoom on this. We just got to get to the summit. This is really
Snap
turning into
zoom.
be an amazing community.
Yeah. Same thing.
Happy with that science?
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on.
Crab in the
video.
background, too, in the crack there.
It's kind of a big one, too. It's 10 centimeters.
Yeah, we can do lasers on it. Yep.
Thank you.
Wow, look at this place. Brittle star bailing from a dead sponge. Another one of my branch sponge, Tridodictiidae.
Let's see, prop wash there.
Oh, yeah, look at that lava flow.
Ooh,
Wow.
folded over.
Yeah.
So are these sponge stocks? These
Yeah.
the bases?
Yeah, probably.
Do you want zooms at all?
Yeah, we're staying here just for a second to catch up for the ship. Or?
We have room to move. We don't have to stay here.
Yeah,
up to
let's
you.
keep going up a little further if we could.
Copy.
I mean, I'm definitely noticing, I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing here. This is where negativity is really important because I had given up hope on this summit.
Well, mainly I was just wondering if the sponges colonized first, and then they seem to all be gone now. So
Maybe they're where they could be old bamboo stalks or something too. The white. See over there that whole little cluster of gorgonians on that one boulder.
Sure. This entire area is a bowl,
right,
of these. So not so bad.
Something white is sticking up amongst the little cluster of
ROV nav
corals
bridge,
over there to the
move
upper
complete.
right.
Copy. Thank you.
It's another one of his sponges, just at the bottom of the screen center.
Oh yeah, the one we saw.
Dead stalks
It's
again, or
just
could
going
they
out
be?
the screen bottom.
I think
I
they're
wanna
dead
see
bamboo
this
stalks,
up
maybe.
there.
That's a pretty scene right there.
It might look real pretty if we just kind of fly over this rock.
Copy.
Pilots, I think the next move is going to need to be at like 2.5 to take us to the high pack top. But,
Copy that.
Copy.
What do you
Well,
guys?
if we could do a snap zoom on that spidery looking white coral that's almost coming in the center here from the right.
Copy
Just
that.
wondering whether this could be our first
Is it
prim
this
NOAA
one,
of the day.
actually?
It's above the lasers.
Copy.
Right. It could be a bamboo, but keep going up and that'll...
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, video snap zoom on this.
It's a bamboo.
Do you want more, or are you happy with that?
I think we're pretty happy with it. I think it's something we've seen today, so thank you very much. So maybe it's the bases of these
Video
crisps
whenever
that we
you're
were
ready.
Oh
seeing.
yeah, maybe.
Video coming out.
Yeah, there's a little glass base sponge in amongst in that little crevasse.
Pilots, are you good with 2.5 or 2.0 direction?
It's all upslope, doesn't
Yeah,
matter to me.
it's fine.
Great. Bridge, RV nav.
This is the bridge. Go ahead.
I'd like to put in another ship move, please. 30 meters at 0.25, 0.2 knots.
Oh, there's a pretty stand up ahead.
Oh wow.
That's
Look at this.
30 meters.